The next destination was an arcade. It was a rather large arcade, meaning that there were plenty of different games and activities for them to do. But it seems like Mina and Amai were stuck on one game in particular. "Oh yeah, get wrecked Pinky!" Amai shouted, as she and Mina competed at Dance Dance Revolution. Amai had put her hair up in a ponytail and had a serious expression on her face. Shifting into Gaming Amai. Gaming Amai was much less kind than normal Amai, as her competitive spirit took complete control over her mind, body, and soul. "Not bad for a half pint," Mina said as she matched Amai's pace. "But you'll have to do better than that." All Might, Yami, Yonda, and Kyoko looked at the intense competition in front of them. "I have a feeling they're gonna be at this for a while." All Might chuckled, before turning to the children. "Well then, go have fun children, but remember to stay together. I need to use the bathroom." "Perfect," Yonda thought, grinning with a sinister glint in her eye. "Now it's just the three of us. No one to get in our way." "Well, dear, sister, brother." Yonda grabbed her two siblings' arms and pulled them towards some games. "Let's go play. XXXXXXXXX." It had been about half an hour, and nothing eventful happened. They just played games and had fun. That was all well and good, but she had a job to do. And so now they were at skee ball, playing it normally until Kyoko accidentally dropped one of her balls on the floor. She was about to try and pick it up when the man who was playing next to them picked it up first and offered it to her. "Here you go, little lady," the man said, giving her a kind smile as he offered the ball. Kyoko glared at the man as she slowly reached for the ball. "Damn it, stop pretending to be nice. Show me who you really are," Kyoko thought. Meanwhile, Yami noticed Kyoko's emotions suddenly flare up, as anger, fear and sadness filled her once more. Interesting. Kyoko took the ball back, and the man smiled at her, receiving nothing but a glare in return. "You're not kind. No one is buying it. You're not my family. Only they can be kind." That's some logic she's got there, Yonda thought to herself. Fear and sadness is back. Yami thought, sharing that information with Yonda. Still doesn't make much sense to me, Yonda thought. Even now, I still don't understand her. Why is she so determined to think everyone else is terrible? Well, if this was easy, then I guess I wouldn't have been hired. Well, I guess I should leave the theorizing for later. I'll just continue to observe for now. XXXXXXXXXXX. They continued to play around the arcade for about an hour. The trio was currently playing a basketball game, and not doing too well, to say the least. Kyoko pouted. "This game sucks." "Doesn't suck, we're just bad at it," Yami pointed out. "Lot of people love it. I think. I don't understand the appeal," Yonda said, before noticing something. "Huh? Leave me alone." They heard someone cry. All of them turned, and saw a young boy, holding a bunch of tickets, cowing in fear against one of the arcade machines, as another boy loomed over him threateningly. "Sure, just give me the tickets," the other boy said, his fingers turning into drills and spinning around threateningly. "Unless you want to see what my quirk can do to you." "Good grief." Yonda shook her head in distaste. Yami was about to step in when he noticed a change in Kyoko's feelings. He looked at her, and even without the use of his quirk, he could see a change in her mood. With her smirking to herself, and with his quirk, he saw that this development seemed to please her for some reason. Which was pretty alarming. Horrible. People are horrible, Kyoko thought to herself. Why is she so happy about that? Yonda thought. However, they didn't have much more time to think about that, because the bully's drill fingers were getting far too close to the victim boy's skin. "Yami, please go and scare him with your face," Yonda asked her brother. Yami nodded and walked up to the boy. "Hey," Yami said, from behind the boy. "Leave." "Huh, do you want dash?" The boy turned around and saw Yami's face, and all the confidence left him in an instant, and his own face went almost as white as Yami's. "Ah, run," Yami commanded, as black goop started leaking from his mouth, and the boy could almost swear Yami's blood-red eyes glowed threateningly. Or else. The boy's fight or flight instincts kicked in, and he booked it. He ran away so fast that he tripped, and hastily pulled himself up, and ran out of sight. Yami turned his head towards the bullied child, who looked at him with the same amount of terror as the bully. The red-eyed boy shrugged and returned to his siblings. "Done. Humph. He gets saved and he doesn't even look grateful." Kyoko pouted, trying to hide her smug look. "Because they're cowards. All cowards." "Yeah, is she trying to reassure herself?" Yonda gave her little sister a confused look. Does she want people to be terrible? Now, sometimes people confused Yonda. Just because she could hear their thoughts, didn't mean they always made sense. Or at least didn't make sense to her. This was one of those times. I'll have to talk with Yami later. This is just bizarre. Yonda shook her head. That girl is a mess. XXXXXXXXXX. So she get upset when people help her. And happy when people are mean. Yami summarized. The two had decided to have their conversation outside of the arcade, away from prying eyes and ears. Yup. It's almost as if the girl wants to believe the world is full of bad people. Yonda told him. There was a pause, as Yami took a second to think that over. Maybe she does. Yami retorted. Maybe she wants to believe that world is bad. And gets angry when belief is shown to be no good. That actually almost makes sense. But why? Yonda asked. What possible reason could she have for wanting the world to be horrible and filled with bad people? Good question. Yami responded as he got back to thinking. The two stayed there and thought for a while, but no ideas came to them. No matter how much they thought. This going nowhere. Yonda said, getting irritated by the whole event. We'll have to keep watching her. See what more we can find. Alright. Yami nodded. Go back inside. XXXXXXXXXXXXXX. After spending another few hours in the arcade, they finally exited, with Mina and Amai holding a ton of prizes. Kyoko left with a small stuffed horse and a smile on her face. Hey sis. Yonda grabbed Kyoko's shoulder and separating her from the rest of the group. Let's use the bathroom. Huh? But I don't need to use the bathroom. Kyoko told her. Yes, you do. No, come on. Yonda said as she began dragging Kyoko back into the arcade. XXXXXXXXXX. After the two went into the girls' bathroom and shut the door behind them. Okay, what do you want? Kyoko asked, not particularly pleased about being dragged here against her will. I just wanted to talk a little bit. Yonda said in her sickeningly sweet tone. So, what do you think of Amai? Kyoko turned away, while pouting heavily, before thinking something Yonda wasn't meant to hear. She's too nice. And she loves her parents too much. Lucky. 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 She's just lucky. She's fine. Kyoko told her, not noticing all the stuff she'd accidentally told her. Is that so? And what about Mina? Yonda asked. She's too nice too. I bet she's like Kay and has sucky parents. Once again, this was something Yonda was most likely not meant to hear. So it's all about her parents then. Yonda concluded. She's, okay. Kyoko told her grudgingly. Why are you asking me all this? No reason. We can go now. Yonda told her, immediately walking towards the exit. What? Wait, what was that all about? Kyoko ran to catch up to her. Yonda just shrugged. I told you it was nothing. Just wanted to pick your thoughts.